Welcome back to I Did This Instead of Killing Myself, a stand-up comedy and lifestyle podcast I host out of my apartment. My name is David Bakker. My guest today is Donte Anderson. Dante is a very talented stand-up comedian in the Greenville area, good friend of mine, and recent guest on the Michael Colyar radio show. He's got some credits already. Today, our interview, Dante breaks down the difference between black people and white people. He shares an STD scare at the doctor's office and shares his background in philosophy and comedy. Had a great time interviewing Dante. Hope you enjoyed the interview. Here it is. Okay, welcome back. Donte Anderson, my guest today on I Did This Instead of Killing Myself.
Oh, man, I'm glad I came before you did that. I feel uncomfortable now.
Well, people don't always know how to take the name when they first hear it, but you saw the trailer, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming, man.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So Dante is a Greenville stand-up comic. He's how long have you been doing comedy?
Oh, man, literally today, April 21st, marks my third year.
Third year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing comedy.
So if anybody we've had on so far, Dante's been doing it the longest. And I'll probably compliment every guest, but like I'm not just saying this. Dante's he's the most skilled out of any of the comics I think we've had so far. Nothing against any of them, but
I'll take that. I'll take it, man.
No, heck yeah. I mean, I remember. I don't even remember the first night I met you, but we had one night at Radio Room. I had a couple of my buddies come to watch me, and I always get nervous when my buddies show up, like people I know. Mm-hmm. But I remember you were there, and after the show, they were like, "Dave, yeah, you're all right, but who's that Dante dude at the end? That guy's funny."
Yeah, man. That's how it goes, man. You know, I just try to come in and always remember to have fun. I figure if I'm having fun, they should be having fun too. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So. But.
Well, there's and then I think I made a comment because I had heard the material before, but you've really developed. I mean, your best set of material is what? You have like a really solid 10 to 15. Is that what you?
Yeah,
10 to 15 minutes.
I'll give it a 10 to 15. Yeah, somewhere in between there.
Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha. And what a lot of us new open mic comics are trying to learn is that like you need to work that stuff over a lot and do kind of the same jokes over and over and over until they're really fine and polished. And you've kind of reached that. Yeah, man.
It gets boring doing your material over and over, but I mean, I just feel like the more you do it, it's just the more you build on it. You know, I try to do it the more you do it when you're not feeling good, it's gonna be times where it just come out great. You know what I mean? Like, so I try to always remember that. And,
yeah.
You know, and people are listening too. Like, you know, I've had people that, you know, come up to me and tell me, you know, man, that's it. I can tell you've been working on it. And,
sure.
You know, I'm thinking that, man, they don't want to hear this no more. But it's people that's listening like, he done added on to it. So,
yeah. Well, this is a lesson I had to learn the hard way, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the temptation we all have as open micers is like, okay, we're doing it for a lot of the same people, so it's going to be bad if we do the same jokes. Everybody's heard it before, so we got to write new stuff.
Yeah.
So...
Like I say, man, I just think about when I go to other cities and stuff, all the old stuff is new to them.
Heck yeah.
So, you know, like, I mean, I heard, you know, from a comedian, Kelly K-Dub in Atlanta, he said to do anything you bring new, do it 52 times straight, and then you go to something else.
K-Dub said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I've seen that guy before.
Oh, yeah, he tough.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
dude, that guy scares me.
Why?
He's intimidating. He's like got a ton of swag, man. Well, I remember. So he was at Uptown Comedy Corner. You ever been down there, south of Atlanta?
That's my goal. I want to perform there, but yeah.
I performed there.
Word, yeah.
I got booed off stage.
Really,
dude? Yeah, it was horrible.
You got booed?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I didn't plan on telling this story, but yeah, K-Dub. Yeah, dude, it was rough. I got thrown on stage because. They have on Sunday nights at Uptown Comedy, they have the amateur competition. And one of the guys from Spartanburg introduced me to the host, and
it was K-Dub.
K-Dub wasn't hosting that night, but I'd been there a different night when K-Dub was there.
Yeah.
And dude, I did not do well. I was only a month in, so I was just trying to observe, but I wasn't gonna say no if they.
Oh yeah.
And they were booing everybody who wasn't doing well, so I didn't feel like targeted, but it was like.
And see, that's the thing about going down there to Atlanta or any other place, you know, because Greenville, you know, we it's friendly here. You know what I'm saying? They have a no booing rule, but you know, when you go to these other places, it'll really show you. You know what I'm saying? Not that you bad or nothing, but it'll show you that you need to keep working.
Yeah.
Because but yeah, I hope I don't get booed. I ain't trying to get booed. I ain't never been booed, but I done been silenced. It's not been silenced. And I done heard people talking while I was performing. That's damn near worse than a boo.
That's almost worse, yeah. Because it's like you're not even there. Like, it's like you're just talking to a wall.
Now I gotta show my ass now. Yeah, so you know.
Well, dude, that's why I got booed off stage. Cause I bent over and did the Instagram.
But see, when you go in places like that, you gotta just go in there with your hardest, your best material. You can't even play. Don't even go in there and play. You need to go in there with your best stuff. Yeah. That you know gonna get a laugh. And keep it at that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even have any material, so that was doubly. That was bad.
Oh yeah.
But
it was a month in. You good? It's all good. You did it.
So do you have any like jokes that you could share? Just like hit me with a joke, like a quick one.
Oh man. It's a quick joke. How long?
I don't know. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you on
the. Yeah, man. So. Comedy ain't really nothing, you know. Comedy, everybody think it's they think it's all good and everything, and you know, it's really a long, dark road leading to poverty. And you know, I got a lot of family members. You know, they always try to think just because I do it that they can do it, but they don't know that like I'm going in on my 3rd year of comedy, and I only not made $40, David. And yeah, and I'm thinking about going back into work for it. I need 2 jobs now. Yeah. So, in comedy, they don't offer dental and health plans. So like, yeah, a lot of these comics, they got rotten teeth in their mouth and they can't smile too hard because they missing teeth, and it's embarrassing. It suck. Their breath stink.
Dude, I love that.
I don't know if that was a joke or not. But
no, that's part of it. Well, I was thinking like a knock joke or something.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you're doing your set. This is great. That's the favorite thing. That was my favorite joke of yours when I first. I've been doing this 2 years. I done made $40.
Yeah. I mean, I tell that story
Glad
everywhere.
I didn't quit my job for this.
You damn right. Yeah. And I say that everywhere I go because it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, it's not, you know.
Dude, it is.
But it is, like, in hindsight, like, because, you know, like I say, man, a lot of people that I know close to me, you know, they thought that they can do it just because they saw me doing it. But like I say, when you actually put people in that world and they see that it's not what people thinking they're going to blow up the next day.
Yeah.
And all, man, listen, I had a cousin ask me,
What'd he say?
Every time I go perform, he just asks me how much do they pay me. I'm like, cuz, do your job pay you every day you go? Like,
yeah.
Or do they pay you like at the end of the week or something? Like,
yeah.
I don't,
once a month
paycheck.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I say, for a comedian, man, you got to really love it to be doing it. Cause,
dude, yeah.
Yeah, you got to love it to be doing it because you doing it for free, essentially, for the first however long. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, that's funny too. I've like friends and family sometimes. Oh, I want to come see you perform. I'm like, no, you don't.
Yeah,
no, you don't.
That's the worst.
Some rooms are fun, but like, I don't know. Sometimes we're just at Habib's Mediterranean restaurant, and there's 2 people in the audience.
Yeah,
and comics.
It's not what you're thinking. That's what I say.
It feels like glorified karaoke almost in certain.
I'll invite them to the Thursdays or something where I know they can at least have a good time.
Right. The Thursdays he's talking about is Comedy Zone. That's the joke show.
Yes, sir.
8:00 Thursdays. That usually gets a pretty good audience.
Yeah. At least
how many people do you think that are average there? Like 30 to 40
I would
with
say 30 to 40. And it's a nice 30 to 40. I mean, they right in your face. I mean,
yeah.
necessarily we shouldn't be worried about how many people there, but sometimes energy do play a big part in a lot of stuff.
And I like that stage a lot. We've talked about it because it's designed for comedy.
Exactly, and people that's coming in there are coming in there for comedy. So
they don't always get it on an open mic.
Yeah, they don't. Man. They don't.
But yeah, dude, I like that stage. It's got like a nice semicircle.
Yeah,
and this audience is kind of around you, so you can work.
And you on top of everybody, so they got to look up to you, and their attention. They kind of got to pay attention to you. So yeah,
gotcha. So, what is your biggest dumpster fire story in life? Like a story where you just everything went wrong, and it doesn't have to be on stage. It could be, in fact, maybe better if you're
a story where everything went wrong.
Yeah,
man.
I ask every comic this. We usually got a good one or two.
Ooh, man,
got a lot of them to pick.
Well, everything went wrong, man. I talk about the health department a lot on stage.
Oh yeah, Dante's day job. He works at the health department.
Yeah, man. I went from visiting the health department to working in there, but besides the point. I think my biggest, what you call it again?
I just call it dumpster fire.
Fire. Yeah, man. It's crazy, dude. I remember one time, man, I thought I had something, man. I thought I had an STD, bro. And I swear to God, I held out for the longest because I was so nervous. I ain't had no insurance. I was like, man, they ain't even going to give me the same treatment as they gave the regular people.
Yeah.
And, I waited so long, man. Psyched me out, and...
Was it in your own head? Like, dang, I think I have some symptoms, but I'm not sure, though.
Your head might make you start feeling shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and I messed around and I got some insurance, and I went to I got a physician now, and I went to him. And I'm like, doc. I'm like, doc. You know what? I need to get to the real story, man. I think something really going on with me. I need to put my pants down. I need to show you. And when I put my pants down, David, he looked at me. He said, "That is B9." I said, "Hold on, that must be insurance talk. What does that mean?" He was like, "That's B9, Dante." He said, "That's nothing." He
that
said,
means you're good, right?
Yeah. He said, "I don't see no signs of anything on you," and he said, "You got a better chance of dying in a car accident." And I was like, "Oh man!" And I was like, "I done flipped out on my girlfriend over this shit and all kind of stuff, man, and it ain't even nothing."
Dude, how awkward is that conversation? Did you call for I got an earache, and then you're like, "That's the real thing."
Yeah. See, and that's messed up, man, because when you go in there, they want to ask you loudly, like, "Why are you in here?" And you got to lie, my hamstring, but really, yeah, my hamstring. But yeah, when you get to the back, that's when you need to tell the truth. But
he said benign pretty quick.
Yeah, B9.
B9, yeah.
I said,
he's like, "Dude, pull your damn pants. I don't want to."
Yeah. I said, "Doc,
did you get even a good look? Like, are you sure?"
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, "Doc, did you see what I'm telling you about though?" Like, and I said, that must be insurance talk. Yeah, but yeah, man, I can't really think of another time. Everything just a dumpster fire moment. But that was one of them though, because
that's pretty awkward.
That's a fear, man. Just going in that health department, like that shit is shameful. That's like a walk of shame.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. So, but yeah, I think that was the most, the messed up moment I had, man, so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, man. That shit true. It's just real.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So you're now 26, going on 27.
Yes, sir.
And been doing stand-up. How many years did you say? 3? 3. Okay. So what got you into it when you first started? What got you on stage the first time? And
well, of course, back in high school and all of that, I was a class clown and best sense of humor and all of that. But one day, necessarily, I was at home and I had a friend girl over, and she had her cousin with her. There was 2 girls, and we were just sitting there having a regular conversation, man. Just catching up, and they were just dying laughing. Everything I said, everything. And I mean, everything I said to them, it just made them laugh. It was like, and the girl was just like, "You need to go downtown and do stand-up comedy at the Coffee Underground."
Oh, okay.
And I was like, all right. I was like, when they do it? She's like, "I don't know, just go down there and see." And I went down there. That was a Thursday night. She told me that. I went down there on a Friday night, and I want to say I saw Craig.
But you were thinking about it then. So you went down the next day. Like that.
Oh, yeah.
That was something that really.
She put it in my
Bing,
head.
like
because when I was in high school and middle school, like everybody used to always tell me, boy, you funny.
Yeah.
But you don't never know where to take it to
right. But I think there's something different about you because you did it. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of friends that would say that. Oh, dude, you're so funny. You should be a comedian. I'm sure there's like a billion people that get told that.
Yeah, man.
But it's not everybody that goes downtown the next day to actually follow up on it.
The next day. I'll never forget, man. And I went down there. I think I ran in
Craig Holcomb?
Craig Holcomb. And
he still runs it, right?
Yeah. He still does, yeah. And Craig Holcomb was like, come back on Monday. That's the open mic. And I was like, all right, I was like, this is it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the rest was history. I went down there. I did 3 minutes.
How'd your first set go?
My first set, man, I went last. I went 18th that night. So I really was more anxious when I got up there. It wasn't really even nerves anymore. It was anxious. So I just got up there and really just started talking, man. I literally been talking about that health department shit since.
Yeah.
Because that was all I even knew to talk about. You know what I mean? I didn't really even. So it was all
So you were at that same job back then, so you had that as.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you referenced the health department story from when you had to go to the doctor. Okay.
There you go. But.
Man, your whole life's about the health department.
Word. I mean, because that shit is real, man. But
okay, go ahead. Yeah.
And I did 3 minutes down there, and I went home that night, and I cried. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I did that shit."
You cried? You cried out of set, or were you just?
No. When I got home, I was just thrilled. I couldn't believe I did it.
So it's just emotion.
Yeah, I was like, man, I laid down, and I was like, man, I can't believe it. Like, I actually heard my voice on the microphone. Like, I got a laugh. And it was enough. It was a big enough high. It was a small enough high to make me come back next Monday. And the next Monday, and eventually, comedy's on, and eventually we're here now. So
yeah. Have you missed any? Have you had any significant time off, or you basically been doing it every week since that Monday?
Well, it wasn't even just that same venue. I mean, just the Coffee Underground. But I just started doing comedy. I started trying to find everywhere.
Right. But in general, you've been doing it ever since.
Yeah, ever since that Monday, it was like, oh man, I got to find a Tuesday, a Wednesday, and a Thursday. I didn't even care if it was in Charlotte, Atlanta, Charleston. I was just driving everywhere, and that's how it happened, man.
That's cool, man. That Coffee Underground room is kind of interesting. I was there last night and. Or Monday night.
Yeah, it's nice though. I mean, you can go in there and do some exercise, some stuff, and So
it's all carpeted. I found it was very like the sound it gets absorbed into the walls.
Yeah. But if you can get 25 people in the Coffee Underground, that's a sold out show.
Yeah. I mean, we got pretty good laughs on Monday. Really? I mean, the energy of the show was very kind of low key. Yeah. But you could still tell when your jokes were working. It was like it wasn't,
Yeah. You know when you can feed off. You're like, okay, I can do that tomorrow again. I'm gonna build on that tomorrow. But I like the Coffee Underground. Man. Yeah.
So I mean, that first mic you did. I mean. It sounds like you had this in you just dying to come out, but had you ever done any public speaking before or any sort of performing growing up or in high school?
No, besides like public speaking classes, but I didn't do anything like as far as being on a microphone talent shows when I was a kid.
What'd you do at the talent show?
Well, I was a stunt double. I was the one that came through the smoke doing the backflips, because I was one of the only kids. Well, I say me and this dude, Shaquise Vernon. Shaquise Vernon, if he watching. Me and him, we was the only two that could do backflips. So they used to make us do all the stunts and the jump highs and the flips and stuff during the talent shows.
At what age are we talking?
Man, it's probably like 12, 11 maybe. Yeah.
Man, all the girls in 6th grade must have been pretty digging you.
Man, and I was dark skinned too.
Guy could do the backflip. I couldn't do a freaking backflip.
Yeah, I can do them, man. Still to this day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So you didn't have any significant performance stuff, but you just had a knack for it.
I was just always that person, man. Even in high school, middle school, I was always the person to light up the room. I used to get along with everybody, the big girls, the nerds, the ugly. Not to say anybody was ugly, but people that was treated ugly, I would say that. But I was
people can be ugly. I mean.
Yeah, they can. let's not act like God ain't put some ugly motherfuckers on. Because Cause there's some 6s and some 5s. But anyways, but yeah, you get what I'm
just
saying.
messing. No, no, that's great. You're cool with everybody.
Yeah, man, because I was always that type person. You know, I always had a knack for when I was in rooms to make everybody laugh because when you're making people laugh, man, I noticed this in like middle school, literally, maybe 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just when I was in classrooms, just making people laugh. And, like, you know, I'm listening to when it die down and hitting them again. Because, you know, once you get that first one, you don't even want it to stop again. So, like, I kind of developed.
That's crazy. You're developing that sense of
knack at
awareness.
Yeah, because, like, you know, and, you know, that's kind of what gave me a natural ability to feel comfortable with comedy, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to get up there and just have conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just talk.
Well, that's why I think, you know, when my friends have comments like, "Oh, that guy was great," it seems very like effortless. Like when you're on stage, I think you smile a lot. I noticed that right away.
Yeah.
You kind of have like this mischievous smirk, and you kind of like,
yeah,
and then you kind of you just have this natural likability and confidence that people aren't nervous that you're gonna not be able to carry your set.
Yeah,
and so your punchlines don't have to be off the wall. Like it's very.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I try to make people real comfortable with me for one. You know what I'm saying? Because doing comedy, man, I think people gotta like you, man, first to even laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? Because like
they do.
Yeah, they gotta like something about you. A smile, your shoes, your something, anything, and that's why I use a smile. You know, I try to smile to let people know it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I smile out of nervousness.
Yeah.
But sometimes they'll just mimic it back.
You got to. I mean, I feel like the energy that you bring and give off, it'll be reciprocated with comedy. Like, you know, I try to make people feel like they not at work when they come see me perform or when they come to mics, instead of me going up there, you know, and not smiling and being so serious and people feeling like they at work. And everybody want to get off work while they there. So I don't want nobody to get, you know. So I try to just relate like that, man. We having fun tonight. Like, we finna go out here and have a blast. Like, so, you know.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah.
Because if you think about work, I mean, you work, it's an office job.
Yeah,
right?
man.
I mean, do you have these conference calls or meetings where you're sitting there and it lasts an hour?
Man.
I can't even think back to that time. I don't have meetings like that, but, like, I think about, like, how could I sit through a public lecture basically that's not stand up for that long? I'm like, I'm expecting punches every few seconds, and this guy's just talking about information. Like, it's ruined me for that type of thing. And
like I said, I'm in an office job now, and I just had a meeting with my supervisor yesterday about me wandering around too much. I say, listen.
Were you socializing or wandering?
I mean, that's just what I do at work, bro. Like, you know, I set my workout. I hit, you know, what I got to do at certain times, and I get up, I go to the vending machine, I walk around the building. Like, I told my supervisor, hey, man, we grown.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get used to that. I'm not one of these people that's going to be sitting in my office and letting it consume me.
As long as you're getting your stuff done, there's
no
I
get
reason
it done.
why there's not, like...
Oh, I get it done, but...
No, I was the same way. I had a cubicle job when I first graduated, and I enjoyed the socializing aspect as much as the work I was doing. Just going by, saying hi throughout the day, like, what's up? Like,
that's what I try to tell them, man. Listen, we spend the majority of our life here. We gonna have to make the best out of this. Like, that's why I talk about, work. You know how it is. I talk about work and stuff on stage, and, you know, the differences between, you know... our attitudes and stuff. Like, I'm in here working on a mixtape, lady. Please take that shit on.
Oh, the difference between black people,
black people and white people at work. Like, the only difference. This is going off course.
No, tell me about this, because I mean, if you want to tell this, I know this is part of your material. I don't want to.
Oh no. I mean, I just say it because the only difference between black and white people is our psyche, our psychological, our thought process. That's the only difference. Period.
Okay.
It's no difference between me and you. The only difference between us is our thought process. Like, and I learned that by being at work. Like, you know, the people at my job, the white people, they be like, oh my God, I could do this for hours and hours. I'm like, bitch, I'm about to die. Like, I'm finna go outside and hit my blunt 3 times. 'Cause, like, this shit crazy. And then you realize, you like, we got to be here how long? Like, yeah, I'm finna work on my mixtape. I got to find out a way out. I got to find a way out this bitch because this shit is going to kill me.
Yeah.
I learned that at work, man. Like, we told, like, me and one of my buddies at work, I was like, hey, man, let's try to start us a small company, man, or just something, anything.
You were talking about that?
Yeah, you know.
Like, dude, let's build a way out of this crap, dude.
Come on, let's build a wall, guy. He a white dude, so we think different. He like, man, I just want to find somewhere to retire, man, and, you know, at 65. And I was like, hey, man, fuck you, man. I was like, hey, I said, I can't believe I ever even thought I was your friend, man. For you
65.
And I get where he coming from because it's a lot of people that didn't apply themselves, and at 65 right now they starting over like they in their 20s again. Yeah. So but no, I can't do it. I don't want to go to work every day for my money, man. Not every day. That's gonna hurt my mental, man. Yeah. So
no, dude, that'll kill you.
Yeah, it will.
Cubicle for that long,
dude.
Have you seen the movie Office Space?
No.
Okay, that's an old movie now, but yeah, that's about a guy who's very unhappy at his office job and he goes berserk and tries to, yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, dude, that's a true.
It's serious, man. I try to tell people, but yeah.
So would you say stand-up is kind of an alternative to that, something you love to do outside of?
Yeah, definitely, man. Stand-up is something I love to do, like I say, because I can do it any given day. Not even skill level, just I can just do it. I mean, now I feel like I just give me a mic, man. Let's do some. So, yeah, I know I love comedy. I mean, ever since I did it, man, like ever since high school, man, I haven't did anything for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to college, I was working jobs and doing all of this stuff, but I was working jobs for money. I was doing stuff for money. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even like going to work every day for money, but I like going to do comedy every day for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. You're around a bunch of failures. All of us ain't nothing but failures. Yeah. If you think about it. Like, all of us just go up there and talk about the other side of life that people are ashamed to talk about. So, like, you know, I try to be a disconnect, man. That's me. Comedy. I like to be a real disconnect. That's why I talk about the health department and STDs and shit like that, because everybody done went in there and, you know what I'm saying, they done ask you what test you want to take, and now you got to goddamn say it all loud and shit. So it's like, I like to talk about that because it make people it make people take a liking more to me. You know what I'm saying? They like, I want to know about this dude off stage. Like, let's go talk to him. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lady walk me to my car one night, an old white lady, man. Like, when I first
was hitting on you?
No, she wasn't hitting on me. She was giving me tips on how to be a good father because my son hadn't came out in the world yet. I was just talking about pre-prep, you know what I'm saying?
Your wife or your girlfriend was pregnant at the time?
Yeah. And no, she a baby mama. She ain't my girlfriend.
Baby mama?
Yeah. Don't ever say no shit like that, baby.
I almost said wife, dude. I would have messed this up.
I can't even afford to get.
This is bad interview prep. I should.
I can't even afford to get divorced. I know I can't afford to get married. I might need to write that down. That was good. I didn't say that.
Yeah, dude. You want to get your pen out?
No, I got it. It's right here.
It's right there. Yeah.
I'll take it right tonight. I might take it to the radio room tonight.
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the radio room tonight.
Okay. Yeah, man. But yeah, dude. That's have fun, man. That's it.
Yeah. Who's your favorite comic?
Man, my favorite comic, I got two, but my favorite comic is Mike Epps. Mike Epps and Red Fox. But Mike Epps, man, that's my favorite comic because he just make me laugh when I see him. He don't have to even say nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? Like when they announce his name and he could walk out there, his swagger and the way he move his body, like the way he do everything, man. The way his mannerisms, like it's just funny before he even take the mic off the stand, and that's always something I tried to not mimic, but just think about, like you say, I want people to like me before I even do this.
Before you even say anything.
Yeah,
So just his stage presence and his.
Yeah, man, his stage presence, like it's ridiculously funny. I mean, when I say like. It's a different kind of funny. It's not like you laughing because you got to. It's just because you laughing because, boy, this shit is funny.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like when some comedians, you know, they got punchlines and stuff, and some people laugh because the joke is over and that was the punchline.
Yeah, because it's structurally correct.
Yeah, it's structurally correct for you to laugh.
Yeah.
It's like they got the applause sign up.
Yeah.
But like Mike Epps, man, when you watch and listen to him do, it's people in the crowd like they're still laughing from 2 jokes ago that can't even stop.
Yeah.
And he going to the next one like they are. So, and Red Fox, my favorite comic too, because for one, he was one of the first comics that was, just saying the N-word. Oh, I can say it, nigga. He was saying nigga. But he was one of them like saying that on stage for the first time, like in front of, different kind of people. It was just a level of confidence and boldness he had. That's what I liked. That's what I liked about him. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So
man.
Mike Epps and Red Fox. When did you start watching their comedy? Did you start watching them as a young?
Well, I started watching Red Fox on the Sanford and Son show. That was like the first form of comedy I was seeing as a kid. My daddy gave me like all the DVDs, and I used to watch Sanford and Son, and it was clever and witty comedy. Like it was just back and back, conversational comedy. Like they were just conversing, and it was just jokes coming out of it.
Right.
So that's where I learned how to do like my just regular, just making people laugh, sitting with me and you. But Mike Epps, like I say, that's where the mannerisms and like. I just like the idea of people liking me off stage, like him. Mike Epps, one of them comedians, man. He don't have to go. I'll say celebrities, comedians, people. He don't need security or nothing, like because people like Mike Epps. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he has to worry about any problems like that.
Yeah,
because people actually like him, man. So.
He is hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't. Mike Epps is not somebody I follow as closely.
Definitely.
He had a role in The Hangover, didn't he?
He did.
He was the drug dealer, who
Yeah.
got the Rooflin mixed up with the ecstasy.
Word, yeah.
He's the Doug. He's
yeah.
I am Doug.
Yeah, man. That's why I say
he's Doug too. Classic mix up. Yeah.
That was classic, man. That's why I say he a natural, man. He one of the most natural comedians that I done.
Sure. So he does comedic acting as well.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd ever like to be an actor? Do you think you have the ability? I mean, I think you do.
Definitely.
It seems like you have a good charisma too.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think for comedians, that's probably like your first big break, if you ask me, because a lot of people ask me like, what's your goal with comedy? Like, what you want to get to? Of course, I want to build a platform with comedy. To where I don't gotta work no more. Like I got enough going on to where comedy could compensate for my daytime job.
Yeah, just cover your bills.
Yeah.
Not trying to be a millionaire or anything.
Yeah. So
that's a good goal.
Yeah, and just to build a platform with it, and to get a small role, man, to the point to where, you get a small role and make something out of it, a movie role, as I'm saying. And you make something out of it, just get your worth up. I think a lot of people try to get to the point to where you're worth something. You know what I mean? And when you worth something, you got a little bit more leeway and power to where you can show up here and make money, or you can show up here and get an appearance fee or something like that. So that's what I'm trying to get to. This one I'm worth something. I got a platform.
Yeah. It's interesting when you think about the acting thing. Like I've never thought about acting really or done any of it, but when you think about the stand-up comedians that get movie roles, even if it's just not main roles, but like. It seems like comedians have an easier time acting, even if they're not great actors, than the other way around. Like an actor trying to be a comedian. I think it's a lot harder.
And you can, I think you can be an actor, bro.
You do?
Yeah,
oh.
Definitely. But I think the reason why it's easier for a comedian to be an actor, I don't even think it's easier on the comedian. I think it's easier on the film crew. Like the people that's directing this movie, because when they get comedians in a lot of these movies, Mike Epps per se, they don't even have to write nothing for them damn near.
Yeah.
A lot of times, when they pull comedians to be in films, they just want you to get in there and be the guy that they've been watching you be.
Right.
They're like, hey man, just get in there and just say some funny stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You can read the script on the page probably and be like, I know what's supposed to happen. Let me just work.
Yeah, we want you to get the scenario, and we want you to just put your twang on it.
Yeah.
So I think it's easier on everybody bringing comedians into the acting world instead of bringing actors in the comedian world. But I mean, because for comedy, man, you got to have a kind of a natural you gotta have a natural likability and funny about you, just a tad bit. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of actors, I mean, they so used to orchestrated lines. And stuff, they don't know how to loosen up or something. You know what I mean? So, but
it's hard for an actor, I bet, because you're on a closed set. You don't get a lot of real-time feedback. Stand-up's the total opposite. You get feedback constantly.
Right now.
Yeah.
Like,
and you know if you're doing bad pretty instantly, so you have to just naturally kind of like calibrate how you're doing.
And you don't have no beat in comedy either. It's no beat. Like, I mean, you got a song to bring you out maybe, wherever, you know, but when that song cut off,
you are the beat. Like, you are.
You got to be your own beat. So it's like, you know, that's what's so different about it. You know what I mean? We're not going off of no beat or – because, you know, when a rap song come on, before the words even being said, we already into it. But it's this hard, boy. And then they start rapping. Mm-hmm. But like I say, comedy.
Yeah.
All right, now, what you about to say?
Yeah.
Make us laugh.
Have you ever seen Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No.
Larry David, Jerry Seinfeld. So, you know Seinfeld, but yeah, I won't spend too much time on this, but it just goes to the point of like written scripts versus improvisation. So Larry David, who wrote the Seinfeld show, primarily Larry and Jerry wrote it together. Curb Your Enthusiasm is his HBO show. He writes the stories, but the dialogue is basically all improvised.
Gotcha.
And a lot of the people that are on that show are comedians or improv comedy actors. And it makes the show pretty hilarious because it seems organic. It doesn't seem forced. Yeah. The script is not, pre-written too powerful. But yeah, I love that show.
Yeah. I think to do comedy too, you got to have like some certain natural instincts. That's why I think all comics is like more gangster than rappers and stuff like that. Like, I think R&B singers and comedians is two of the most like gangsters people in the world.
Really?
Yeah, man. Cause like you got to have some real like some like life skills and like situational skills to be a comedian. Cause like I relate being a comedian to like being about to get jumped or something. Like man, I used to use humor to get myself out of a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was always small too back when I was in middle school and high school. So I used to always come in with the defense of making people laugh. Yeah. So you wouldn't even think about fighting me. Yeah. You like he can't fight. He fun. Even though I don't know if I can or not fight. But you ain't gonna think about it when y'all ain't even gonna think about bringing me to no bad situations. Like, right. So you know. Did
Kevin Hart have that same thing? Because Kevin Hart's not a big dude.
Yeah,
he used comedy as a way to kind of.
Not. I think he did though. I mean, I think he did though. I read his book, man, and it was so good. It was good, but yeah, he definitely. I think he used comedy as a defense too.
Okay. Well, good deal, man. Sorry, I gotta. So, this is kind of the heavy question, but what is your biggest regret in life in your 27 years? Biggest regret.
Biggest regret in life, man. I think one of my biggest regrets in life, dude. I know a lot of people say they don't have regrets, but I mean, certain shit you just can't. You ain't gonna get out your mind. You gonna think about it for the rest of your life. Yeah. But I just think one of my biggest regrets, and this is like a regret from like any day, is like just not listening to my mom. For real, dude. Cause like, boy, 10 times out of 9, moms is always right, and it's so crazy because, like I say, yeah, every time I didn't listen to it, I learned real quick to listen to her. It didn't take no time. So I just think that's one of my biggest regrets in life. But another one of my biggest regrets in life, man, let me see, probably would be, man, when I was in high school, dude, I played basketball. I was a pretty good basketball player. And I had a choice, man, to go to prom or an all-star game to play in.
Okay. What'd you pick?
And I went to prom.
What?
And, man.
You better have been hot.
It's been money over bitches ever since then. Because I will never. I was in high school, you know, I was kind of like a lover boy. You know, I used to, I had all the girls and stuff, but when I had a girlfriend, I used to love her. But Man, they was on prom and stuff was on the same day, and we had already been planned all this stuff and everything. And then the All-Star invitation thing came, and I chose prom. I think that was the worst decision I made in my life.
Oh my god!
Even though I don't regret it, I mean, because if I was supposed to play college ball, I probably would have played if I was that damn good. You know, I was good though, but
yeah,
you know, I don't really regret it. But that's just one thing. I'm like, damn, I just want to know how many points I would have scored or something. Like, what else want to do?
What if there was a scout there that could have been like, man, Donte Anderson?
I'm sure, but you know,
let's sign this guy right now.
Yeah, but it's all good.
You could have blown it, dude.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I'm a comedian now, making $3 every month.
No, dude,
so, you know,
that's all right.
That's about it, though. You know.
It's not bad to make sacrifices for the girl. I mean,
it is.
Did it mean a lot to her that you went to prom instead of going to your game? Did she know you made that sacrifice for her?
I mean, hey, man, that was in 2012. So let me say something. 9 years later, we ain't together.
Well, yeah.
So I mean, I for the foreseeing future, it didn't mean nothing. I should have went and did that shit. Like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, now when you get older, when you got opportunities coming, you like, listen, baby, I got to go do this right here because me and you ain't gonna make what they finna give me.
Right.
So we just gonna have to either put this on the back burner or a long distance, or so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was that. I should have never did that. It's money over bitches now. I'm getting money. I'm just playing. But yeah.
Oh my gosh. So listen to mom. Money over bitches. I like it.
Yeah, word, man.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
The best piece of advice I ever received, man. I would probably have to say it was from a therapist, dude. A therapist I used to talk to, he told me one day, you know, it was a lot of stuff I was going through and that I was telling him about. And I was in a mind state of all of this can change, you know. It can change, you know what I'm saying?
Like you could fix it?
Just the situation I was in, yeah. And while I was telling him the situation I was in, I said, but sometimes, man, I think this is just how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I think this is just what it is. Like, I don't know. And he said, can you please say that line over again real quick? You know what I'm saying? And I said, yeah, man, I think this is just how it's gonna be. You know, I think I need to stop trying. He said, and bingo, there you go. He said, you need to let go of things you can't control, man. Like, he said, it's gonna lighten your load a whole lot right now in this situation and in life. So I think the best piece of advice I ever got was from a therapist, man. He told me, you need to let go of things you can't control and accept it, man. Like that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna change. You not gonna change nothing about it. You know. So
yeah,
I think that's it, man. Like, and it'll lighten your load in life, you know, because you really can't save everybody. You can't, you know what I'm saying? That's something that we got to do inside of ourselves. So, like, you know, you only going to bring more danger or harm or stress to a situation like that. You better off being the example so people can see you.
Sure.
That's simple as that, man. You just got to exemplify greatness and let people choose. Because after a certain age, after 25, when the brain develop, man, it's right or wrong from now on. Ain't no more like, oh, man, you know, because I hear a lot of dudes like in relationships, like, oh, man, my girl goddamn talking to this other dude, man. And
yeah.
You like, yeah, but what you did? Oh, I be fucking all the bitches, but still, she ain't got a goddamn.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, man, after a certain amount of time, it's right or wrong. Ain't no, this happened because did you do it right or did you do it the wrong way? You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I be at work and they come to my office and they like, Dante, did you? I'm like, no, I didn't do it. It ain't been done. I just go ahead and just put myself in the wrong.
Okay.
I go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead because it just free you.
Okay. So,
yeah, but I don't know how that went there, but
that's a good one.
Yeah, that was it, man.
Because I don't know. Were you type A growing up?
Blood type?
No, no. Like you like to control situations, or you like to like kind of have like you.
To be honest, man, I was kind of like I was passive aggressive, man. I didn't really want to like get into stuff, and it wasn't because I was scared, just because I was scared to go to jail. I was scared of consequences, like because I grew up like around a lot of my older cousins, and I watched them, man, just get in trouble, go to jail and stuff. So any form of trouble that I thought I was getting in, I'm like, oh, I'm going to jail. So I always related trouble with jail, so I don't want to get in there.
I gotcha. Yeah. Well, I was kind of type A, like driven and like wanted to always have things work out just perfectly. And kind of maybe perfectionist would have been the right word, but and that's why I always hated baseball.
Word.
Because baseball, you fail 70% of the time. Like a 300 batting average gets you into the Hall of Fame in baseball, but it still means you're striking out or getting out 70% of the time.
Definitely.
So I hated it. It messed with my head because I was like, dude, I can't control this situation. Like, I'm failing all the time. My brain can't handle it. I would cry when I got out. I would walk back to the dugout and cry. I would put so much pressure on myself instead of just, it is what it is, and just do your best. Mm-hmm. And not stress. That was kind of what I was talking about the type A thing. Yeah. But that's good advice that your therapist gave you.
It is, man. And
would you recommend therapy? Because I thought about it.
Man,
was that helpful for you?
Hell yeah, man. Like, and black people, I hate to be a black and white person, but I gotta be the one to address it too, because it needs to be addressed. But
I like talking about
black people, man. They relate therapy to like wasting time. I don't want to talk to no therapist. Don't nobody need to know a lot too much about me, but they go on Facebook and talk about how they gonna kill themselves tomorrow. So my thing is, bro, therapy was the only form of like unbiased conversation I ever had in my life, I think, other than like, I done had females in my life. I honestly feel more comfortable telling female stuff, like girls I'm talking to. They damn near kept better secrets and stuff. But anyways, back to
each other.
Yeah, but back to the therapist though. I recommend therapy to everybody because, man, you need some unbiased conversation. You need to talk to somebody in the form of relief, like in the form of solution, because a lot of people complain in the form of just complaining and pity. They want somebody else to drown with them. Don't nobody really even want help. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of people complaining for a long time, but damn, have you even tried to even? So I think therapy is the only real solution, man, because you need it, dude. Like, my therapist, dude, was pulling stuff out of me that I don't even think about in my normal day. Mm-hmm. So, like, I recommend therapy.
Yeah. Well, it's good because the conversation gives you feedback.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're just complaining to complain, you're not really looking for anything coming back. You're just trying to make yourself feel better. Yeah. But if you're talking, somebody else can hear what you're saying and then get at what's really going on, or maybe observe things about you that you may not see. Blind spots is a big thing, man. I've had a lot of blind spots that I've had to like.
You need it, man. Like people need therapy, dude. Like I say, but therapy ain't for people that don't want solutions. Like I got an example. Like I had a buddy, and I ain't even gonna say his name. I don't know what his situation is, what he going through. We went to elementary school together, but he hit me up on Instagram Messenger asking for like $6. So and he done did it twice. You know what I'm saying? And so my thing is, I'm like, hey man, this is $6. Like, what is you gonna? If I cash app you $6, you only gonna get $5.75 of it. What are you gonna do with this? I mean, 4 for 4. You know what I'm saying? And so the second time he did it, I wrote him back and I was like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? You can go to a staffing. I said, bro, I can take you to a staffing company, bro, and get you a job in a day. I was like, do you got a job? He was like, nah, I probably need to get one. And that's when I was like, well, I can take you to say no reply. Yeah. So like, you don't want therapy for real. Like, right. I'm trying to like leap over this borrowing $5 and $6. Yeah. So like you have your own money, but
well, that goes back to what you said before. It kind of is what it is. You can't make that person.
I can't make them
help themselves.
I can't do it.
You can give them something, a solution. But if they don't take it, it's not your fault. Man.
You gotta just you gotta offer what you can offer, and let it be.
Yeah, they'll figure it out eventually. Oh yeah, hopefully
they will. If they want to, they will.
If they want to,
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good
man.
stuff, man.
You gotta want it, man.
Well, we've been talking for about 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah, man.
But so yeah, we can end it here. But yeah, before we go, where can people find you? Social media, comedy.
Yeah, man. You can find me. My name is my real name on all my platforms. It's Donte Anderson on Instagram. It's Donte Anderson on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it's Donte Anderson on Twitter.
Nice.
Yeah.
You tweet a lot?
Not really. I kind of just watch a little bit, but I used to be on Twitter back then, man. But it got too much for me, so I can't.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It got too political. I can't do Twitter
Yeah,
anymore.
it's too much social media. My mental health is at stake with all this, with all this social media, man. I can't. It's hard for me, dude.
Yeah.
I have to get away from it.
Yeah, it's
someday.
funny. We're like, follow us on social media, but
Yeah, definitely.
it's also
man.
bad for your brain.
Yeah, it is.
And Donte Anderson is just spelled just like it sounds, right? Donte Anderson.
Yeah, you got Donte
Easy
Anderson.
to find.
And if you can't spell Anderson, we don't even need to be hanging out together. So yeah, you should know.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on. Thanks,
Oh, yeah.
everybody.
Thanks for having me, my boy. I appreciate that.
See you, everybody.